Been in it for years. We open the doors, and all of a sudden, I'm in the middle of an Oddfellows lodge.
Oddfellows used to be the world's largest fraternal order. It's around the world.
Is the Oddfellows still an active organization?
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Because I see a lot of Masonic lodges, but I never see Oddfellows. Bill explains to us that he is like the king of one of the Oddfellows lodges, and all throughout that region, he empties out lodges that have closed.
Masonic Lodge and Oddfellow lodges, they're gone. The young people just...
Well, quite obviously, we do still have interest. It's just a mystery to us, so...
Well, it's a mystery.
And we like
it
mysteries.
was a secret society. The idea of it in England, what it was, people out of work, members of the lodge would give them money and they'd go to the next town, try to get a job, and if they couldn't, that lodge would give them money and they'd go on. And while they were gone, you'd put food on the people's porch. And people would say, who left them people food? Said, oh, that bunch of Oddfellows, that's how it got its name.
What a rich piece of history.
A lot of this Oddfellows stuff in this trailer dates back into the early 1800s. Look at that. I pull up an old sign, double-sided glass. It says Oddfellows, and it says Rebecca's. Hey, Bill, how about this old sign? What's the Rebecca's?
That's the ladies' part of the Oddfellows.
Oh, they had their own organization, the ladies. Oddfellows is the first fraternal organization that opened up a second group for women of Oddfellows members. Do you know where the name Rebecca's came from?
Yeah.
What was it?
Schuyler N. Colfax, the Vice President of the United States under Ulysses Grant, picked it out and formed the ladies' group.
Dang, you're on top of it. Well, what do you got to have for this?
I don't know. Whatever you give me goes to the lodge. So
all right. How about $100?
I think that's plenty.
All right. I'm gonna put it back down here before I break it. This is a very unique and hard to get sign. Collectors of Americana are gonna be lined up to get this. These Oddfellow trailers go on forever. I see this really old wooden crate. I gotta see what's in this thing. Found this old projector.
Oh, that's cool.
You doggone right, that's cool. That's 1800 stuff.
It's an old projector with wooden slides.
Mike, I don't know if that camera works.
I wouldn't buy it on the premise that it did. It's a very unusual item because it's got the Oddfellows slides in it and it's in the original crate. I'd say it's around the turn of the century, but someone at some point has electrified it. The original reflector's still in here, but they put a porcelain light socket in here and a bulb. I could see everybody in the late 1800s sitting in the lodge looking at these old slides, and you were mesmerized because back then they didn't have radio, they didn't have television, they didn't have the internet. When you see something like that projected on the wall, it's a powerful moment. Can I make you an offer on this?
You sure can.
I'd be interested in it for a couple $100. Late 1800s sitting in the lodge looking at these old slides, and you were mesmerized because back then they didn't have radio, they didn't have television, they didn't have the internet. When you see something like that projected on the wall, it's a powerful moment. Can I make you an offer on this?
You sure can.
I'd be interested in it for a couple $100.
I personally think it's worth